Today's question is all about what are the new materials that Cricut launched last year? Because there's so many of them, I'm quite confused as to what there is. This is the Creative Crafters Podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. Just to let you know, there were around I do believe, 9 different releases of different things that you can now do with your Cricut. And this all has to do with all their new materials. They have one called UV Color Change Iron-On Vinyl. Now this one is really cool because it's very similar to the everyday iron-on that you're used to, but changes into multiple colors when exposed to UV or sunlight. So if you have an UV light in your home, if you walk through it with the design on it, it will change color. Or if you go out into the sun, it will also change color. So this is a really cool change, and I've tried this one and I absolutely love it. Number 2 on our list, of course, is the color change vinyl. That is, it changes color when it's hot. Now, I love this one for going on a mug because if I fill it with hot liquid, it will change color according to whatever color you've picked. But if you had, say, a dark pink and you put some heat inside, you will get some light pink. So it changes color, so it goes, I do believe it is 31 degrees Celsius where it makes the change, which is 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So that one was a lot of fun to play with as well. And number 3 is the color change vinyl cold. So instead of hot, this one is cold, and it changes color when it is above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 10 degrees Celsius, but below 50 degrees Fahrenheit and below 10 degrees Celsius, it will have a different color. And that is great when you're using drinkware like tumblers or things you can see through, even a glass for this type of vinyl. It is absolutely perfect. So we're at 1, 2, 3. Now, number 4 is the Smart Label dissolvable paper. Now you may be wondering, why would you want a dissolvable label, especially if it's going on a cup or something like that. However, if you're throwing a party and you have glasses or cups or even wine glasses, you can use the dissolvable label and put the label on the glass, so when it's time to wash everything after the party, it all comes off. Where I really like the Smart Label dissolvable paper is when it comes to doing labels on containers I have in my refrigerator or freezer, because once it's empty I can wash it off and I don't have to worry about it. So that is number 4. They also came out with a rainbow reflective iron-on vinyl, and that's number 5. And it gives just a beautiful rainbow effect. It's iron-on just like any iron-on that you would have. And then, of course, number 6, they came up with some skin tone vinyl samplers. So various skin tones that you can use for your permanent vinyl or everyday iron-on. It's used to add just some extra touches if you want to put hands on it, but you don't want a white hand, but you would rather have a black hand, or in between, you will be able to do that now. And number 7 is the Color Refresh iron-on vinyl. Now this is also an everyday iron-on, and they introduced 3 new colors: mint, rose gold, and coral. And that was just in time for last spring and summer, so it's perfect right now for this spring and summer. Has some beautiful, lovely colors that you can work with, and you can put it on any surface. And then second to last, of course, is the linerless transfer tape. Now, I bought a big roll of this. This is great. I don't have to worry about the liner in behind. If I want to reuse it, I just restick it back on the roll. It is really a tough traditional transfer tape, so it really sticks well. And of course, it works just like any other transfer tape. The only thing is it doesn't have a liner anymore. And then, of course, last but not least is the Smart Label permanent writable vinyl for the Cricut Joy. Now, it says for the Cricut Joy, but you can use it in any machine because the Joy is the smallest, so what you can use in the Joy, you can use in the Maker 3 or the Explore 3 or 2. It works extremely well. Now, the Smart Label material peels straight from the backing onto whatever project you want, so it is so easy to use. So those are all of the different types of new materials that they came up with. Just to recap, we had the UV color change iron-on. We had the color change vinyl for hot and color change vinyl for cold, Smart Label dissolvable paper, rainbow reflective iron-on vinyl, skin tone vinyl samplers, color refresh iron-on vinyl, linerless transfer tape, and of course a Smart Label permanent writable vinyl for the Cricut Joy. So these are all the great things they came out with last year. I can hardly wait to see what happens in 2024. This has been the Creative Crafters podcast and your questions answered.